Hello there one and all, thank you so much for joining me again. Right, today I am working on a seed packets folio, so it can be a folio that you just make that it stands out of its own accord, or like me, you can add it to your secret garden journal. Now I'm going to apologise in advance, the sun is a-shining through the window and I've also done my nails. So I've got this little pile of stuff here, let me just put it in a semblance of order so that I can pick it up as needs be. Right, they're kind of prepared and ready to go. That one I can't use, and that one I can't use because it printed wrong, and this one I can't use. Or am I using it? No, I think I've got enough with what I've got. And then I want to talk to you about those in a moment. Now, I originally did a video showing you how to make, and if I remember, nudge me if I forget, I'll try and leave it in the description box down below, but it was how to make these really quick paper bag style folios. And as you can see, I already glued an image to the front. I did want to use this one, but I'd already glued this image to the fronts for the photograph of the folios. But I'm going to try and see if I can add this. Anyway, we'll see. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out. Now, there is a tab part here, and Rose has written on the tab part to tell you that it's a tab to use it, and the same with this bit here, all right? But what I am gonna do is I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to leave the tab. Oh, these scissors are a bit rubbish, there's a bit of a nick in them. Let's try another pair, see if this cuts better. I'm going to leave the tab on the side, but I'm going to cut the bottom tab off. Now, the other thing that I did as well was I printed on the back of this paper, and I'll show you it in a moment once I've cut this out, because I'm going to take these seed packets one step further. Right, so side tab I'm leaving on, bottom tab I'm cutting off. Now you can make them into the little bags as they are if you want, but me being me, I want you to create something just a tad different. All right, so that's my little bag cut out. Now that, let me move them out the way, because I'll start cutting with them again. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to cut down here to make them into two separate parts. So I'm going to try my best to cut down the middle, right? And if I turn them over, you can see that I printed one of the shabby papers on the back. So now I've got all of those cut out, what I actually want to do is I want to cut it up the middle as best as I possibly can, and of course you can use your paper trimmer if you so wish. So I've now got these two separate pieces, so let me just open up my folio. So I've got these flip open here. Now I'm not sure if they're going to fit. Oh, they do. Okay, right. So I want to fold this flap back, but I'm just going to taper it first. Okay, and then fold that back on itself. Just check to see if it fits. So that will sit there. I need to trim a little bit more off that bottom. I've got a little bit of a white edge, and I'm not doing much inking up in this journal because it would just take me too much time, and I don't have the time at the minute. So that will sit there. So that needs to be glued down into position. So as close to the fold as I can possibly get it, because I've got to mind that the glue doesn't squidge out. So that will sit down there. Oh, it moved. Don't move, stay where you are. Okay, and then that will open up. See, look, I squidged, partly because it moved. And then I'm going to sit this on top as a pocket. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm going to remove that top flat bit as well. So I don't want you anymore. Sorry about that, my friend. But there we go. There, better. So that will sit on there as a pocket. So glue around 3 sides. And then that can sit there. Just make sure I can close it. Yep. So I've now got a pocket with a little flappy bit there. Okay. On the back of the flap bit, I printed these from the field notes, which it says here specimen, number, dates, so you can write anything you want to about these particular seeds. Now I'm just going to put glue across the top edge so that it can be lifted up I have to be careful because I need that glue to go off. So that can be lifted up and some more writing can be done here. And in fact, if you put a permanent crease in there, then you could write on the back side of this card as well. So that will sit like that. And I'm going to do exactly the same for all of these. So we'll go through it again. Cut down that middle. Taper that flap. Fold that back and crease. Add glue. As close to the fold line as you can. And then sit that there. Cut off the top flap. Flip that back. That can then sit in there. And glue around the 3 sides. And that will sit there. Just make sure I can fold it. Moved. Okay, that will sit there like that. Right, so then I'm going to open this up I'm going to do one here, one here, one here, and one here. So I'll go off and go and do those, and I'll see you back here in a second. So that's that bit now all done. So they've all got the little cards on the inside. I've got my pockets, cards on the inside. Open that up, and there's 4 more in there. All right. I have got the small versions of these seed packets, and I'm guessing as I'm cutting one of these out, which one do I want? Is Queen Anne's lace on there? No. Okay, but I know hydrangeas, lavender. Okay, got the other sheet. Hydrangeas, there we go. We'll cut that one out. I guess, and I'm cutting the flaps off, that this is a little bit of a lesson of just because you have been presented with a seed packet, might as well cut daffodils out whilst I'm here. Just because you've been presented with a seed packet doesn't mean that you have to use the image for its original intended purpose. I'm going to cut the flap off that one as well. So I've got my little flat coffee stirrers that I used with my fairy and my paintbrush, and I'm going to fold that in half. You know, so don't be afraid to experiment, just because, as I say, just because you see what you've been given is a seed packet, don't mean you've got to make it into a seed packet. Now I'm going to place that stick down on there, and I'm going to leave a little bit hanging up above it. Having it straight might help. There we go, that's better. Then I'm going to put glue on the rest of the paper. And on top of the stick. Then I can fold that over the top. And stick those 2 pieces together. Now you could, if you really wanted to, laminate these, and then you've got yourself some flower sticks to add into your plant pots. So that's done, and that's going to go into my hydrangeas pocket. So that's going to sit in there. Right, so I've now got a little pretend flower stick. So that's that one. And I will do the same with all the rest of them as well. Now these bits that I cut off, the top flat bits, I could use those as, just as an example, I could add those on the sides and add them as tabs. I could fold them over and have them as a form of little closure. I could also add them folded in half on the side and have them as a tab that way as well. So what I was thinking of was, if I was keeping real seeds, I'd put some in my glassine bag, fold it over, and then I could paper clip that. So I could even make it into a hidden paper clip and add that to the top up there. In fact, that's not a bad idea, that, Carol. I haven't got any small paper clips to hand. Okay, I would probably make that into a paper clip. So that one would be the lavender. So that would come out there, and that would go in there. And then let's just pretend that that's the lavender little stick label, and that would go in there. And then I've got these side pockets as well, so I could add something into those, and I could put a pocket on the back, but I'm going to utilise the pocket that's on the front, and I can keep a selection of these spares in this pocket so that I've always got some to hand, so if I need to add some extra notes then I can do. And then I've got some twine which I can then wrap around and do that up. Now I'm not going to do that for a minute because I want to show you how I'm going to add this into my lap book. So here's my lap book, and as we know, the majority of the work has gone on this side over here. So she's getting to be quite a chunky little monkey on that side, whereas this side, not so chunky monkey. And I do have this spine here. So what I was thinking of doing was, and if I use that string, because it's to hand, just as a temporary measure for now, until I decide exactly how I'm going to attach my signatures and that to my lap book. I'm just going to tie that there. Corner's got a bit bent. And then, oh, just thought of something else. So these could be added as labels at the top. Another little usage for those. And then that's going to slip under there. And then I would have my string wrapped around that, if I hadn't used it for that bit, to keep that nicely closed. And then that's a little signature piece, a little folio that I've created on the other side of my lap book. So then that would fold up, and then that would close up, and there we go. So that's how I'd add that to my lap book. I hope that you've got some inspiration and some ideas from what I've done today. As I say, don't ever look at a digital kit and think I can only use that as a seed packet. Look at the designs, pick out bits and pieces. I mean, this one in particular, if I printed this out twice and I had the space, I would actually cut out those individual flowers and layer them on top to give me a lovely three-dimensional piece. These, as I've said, would make great paper clips or tabs or even labels. And then you could do some stamping at the top up there. So it's about using your imagination and not just seeing exactly what's in front of you. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now. Bye.